Nation of Kenya has stated many times in the past that they support the nation of Israel. So why would they vote against Israel at the UN just as they did in the past? Only this Wednesday, Kenya abstained from supporting the vote concerning Samaria and Galilee, which the world calls the West Bank. There was a vote called at the UN headquarters, and the issue was whether Israel should continue on policing and having a military presence in the West Bank. Kenya abstained from that vote. Now let me ask you, if you have a friend of yours and in the time of your need, they don't pick your calls, they don't help you in any way, what sort of friend is that you imagine? This is what Kenya and those who abstained have done. They folded their hands in the time of Israel's time of need. Now, that might be okay for other nations to make those choices. But the specific reason for which Kenya exists is to support the nation of Israel and to bring the revival, which Isaiah 18:7 calls a gift to Jerusalem. Now, that is our purpose for existence. Part of that revival, which will be in the marketplace, as I have canvassed many times on this channel, is to ensure that Israel will inherit its full territory as was promised to Abraham, their patriarch, by God. I think there's a picture somewhere on your screen. Now, if you are abstaining, as you are saying you don't care whether Israel continues to have a governmental control over the West Bank, how then are you going to fulfill that your mandate that God has given you? And you see, the people who I blame, while of course the Kenya government continues to manifest its lostness, it's being out of touch with the purposes of God, even as they pursue their criminal and wicked agendas against this land and for themselves. While that is happening, the people who I blame the most is the Church of Jesus Christ right here in Kenya. Now, I do agree that there is a remnant. God always keeps a remnant, as he did in the time of the prophet Elijah. But the large part of the Christian church, you continue to entertain, to bless, to encourage, and to support President Ruto and his government, even as they continue to rob, to disappear people. We continue to find bodies of young people murdered and thrown all over the place like dogs. We continue to witness, the government betraying the nation left, right, and center. You can name the projects. See people like Morara and others who are on the YouTube and they bring out these things. But what does the church do? Every Sunday, you invite these people, the government leaders, to your churches. You give them seats of prominence and you speak to them with words of consolation and support. Woe unto you, woe unto you. May God find you. May judgment land upon you and your houses. And even those titles that you are branding yourself. May judgment land upon you. Read Jeremiah 23 and see. The priests and the prophets, you continue to profane the name of God. You operate as you are in Sodom. Is the hand of God so short? May the judgment that is due for the bloodshed and for the theft and for the betrayal of God's purpose in this land, before it lands on the government, may it land on you. May it land on you and your houses. We are bitter of the way you're operating. And you hide behind scriptures here. Pray for your leaders that you may have peace. Which peace is Kenya enjoying right now? Those who have lost their children, are they in peace? Those who were sold for fake fertilizer, are they in peace? Those who were promised projects and money dispersed, are they in peace? Businesses are closing left, right, and center. And you continue to pamper and to encourage these people and to say they are our God-given leaders. You are on the side of Saul. You have caused it to seem as if that spiritual entity that we call Satan, who lives in the minds and lives of our government officers, comes to church every Sunday. May Saul's judgment land on your heads. As I've said, only this Wednesday, Kenya voted, it abstained from the UN vote. It folded its arms when Israel needed its vote to stand against it. Woe unto you. Now, you will bring many arguments why Kenya abstained. Oh, we fear Al-Shabaab will attack us, the extreme Islamists will be against us and will cause us trouble. What a sham. I thought you were believers. The Bible that you purport to read, is it not full of God rescuing his own? Is it not full of God preserving those who are of his own? When they were in the desert coming out of Egypt, did God not preserve them by a prophet? Even in the time of the prophet Samuel, did he not even tell them what the plans of the Philistines were? In the time of Elisha also, until the king sent to ask who is betraying our plans. What is this thing that you're fearing? Why call yourself a Christian on one side and then behave like a heathen, a non-believer on the other side? What is this thing that God cannot protect Kenya about, that you will even betray God's own purpose because you fear? Why it not better for you to lose your life and do God's purpose than for you to preserve it and then lose everything, eternity, and even this life, even as you are about to lose it now? Woe unto you. You are evening wolves. May God judge you. You have profaned his sanctuary. You made even the work of evangelizing others to come to the knowledge of Jesus Christ more difficult because of the way they perceive you. You are no good for us. Now, for the government of Kenya, I won't even say much. The best you can do is to repent. Blood is on your hands. God must have rejected you by now. Blood is on your hands. Repent. If you truly repent, you will return all that which you have stolen. Other than that, you're a lost case for us. God see you.